Hi everyone, I'm Jackie and welcome to my channel, Cheers Memories Crochet. Last year I made a tutorial on a corner to corner straight row baby blanket, and you can also use this pattern for an adult blanket. I've just recently been getting a lot of requests to show how to make this last row flat so you can put on a border. So that's what I'm going to do today, is show you how to do that. I sat down last night and I figured this out. Here's the top row, and it's flat. And then I also smoothed out the sides and the bottom. So if you're only wanting to flatten the top, you can just wait until I get right up here in the corner. But if you're wanting to do the whole thing, what you're going to do is you're going to have this side facing you, where it goes up and down, up and down. And we're going to start, excuse me, right here, the bottom left corner. So I'm going to flip it upside down. I'm going to attach my yarn right here in this little hole space. Okay, and I'm going to insert my hook there, pull up a loop, chain one. I'm going to go right back in there, and I'm going to do 2 single crochets. I'm going to chain 2 and do 1 single crochet. So that's our first corner. And now all the way across, what we're going to do is, when you see the chain spaces, you're going to do 2 single crochets. And when you see the hole, you're going to do 1 single crochet. So here's the chain space. So I'm going to do 2 single crochets. There's the hole space. So I'll do 1. There's the chain space. So there's 2 single crochets. And you're just going to continue this all the way across. And don't worry about how the holes are getting big. It will correct itself. It's just because we're kind of pulling on it. Okay, so now I'm at my second corner. So what you're going to do is you're going to do 2 single crochets, chain 2, and 1 more single crochet. So now we've got 2 corners finished. So we've got the corner, and we did 2 single crochets in the chain spaces and 1 single crochet in the hole spaces. So now we're going to go up our first side. And what I did was, in the holes, I did, excuse me, 1 single crochet, and in the chain spaces, or in the holes, I did a half double crochet, I'm sorry. And in the chain spaces, I did 2 single crochets. And why I did that is the chain spaces kind of bow out, so putting single crochets in there just helped it flatten it out a lot better. So here's our first hole. So I'm going to do a half double. And here's another hole, so I'm going to do another half double. And here's my first chain space. I'm going to do 2 singles. There's a hole space. That would be a half double. And the next one, another half double. 2 singles in that chain space. A half double in that hole. And a half double. And now we're at our next corner. So what you're going to do is you're going to do 2 single crochets, chain 2, and another single. And there's our third corner. So now we're at the top. So if you're just going to do the top, this is where you would start. At the first, on top of the first double crochet, well, we're going to do a single. And right on top of that second, we're going to do a half double. And on top of the third double crochet, we're going to do a double crochet. Okay, now we're here at this chain space. So we're going to go right on top the first chain, and we're just going to slip stitch. We're going to start all over on top of the first one. We're on top of that first double crochet, we're going to do a single. The second one, a half double. And on top of that third one, we're going to do a double crochet. Now we're here at the chain space again, so we're going to slip stitch right on top of that one. Just like that. That's what it should look like so far. And just continue this same pattern all the way across. A single crochet on the first double, a half double on top of that second double crochet, and on top of that third one, we're going to do another double crochet. And here's that chain space. We're going to just slip stitch to that very first chain there, right on top. And I've got one more here, these 3 double crochets. So that first one, a single, a half, and a double. Okay, this is our last corner, so we're going to do this a little bit different. That's what it should look like so far. As here is the 4th corner. What we're going to do now is we're going to do 2 double crochets in that same space. And one more. So that's what it should look like. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go right in between these double crochets, and we're going to do 1 single crochet. And now we're going to chain 2, and we're going to go right back in there and do 2 single crochets. My thread split right there. Just like that. And in this corner, we started out doing 2 single crochets and a chain 2 and another single crochet. In this corner, we just started out with 1 single crochet and chain 2, then 2 doubles. So we kind of did it backwards, but it made it look a lot better than if you did 2 singles and chain 2 and another single. So that's the only difference between the top corners. So now this is our last side, and you're going to do it just like you did the other side. In each hole, we did a half double. And in the chain spaces, we did 2 singles. And here's another. This one's kind of tight, but that hole's there. So I'm going to do a single. That should be a half double. And a half double in the next one. And 2 singles here in the chain space. And now we should have 2 holes here. It's kind of tight there. Well, I'm only seeing 1. So just do a single there. Well, I got it wrong again. That's a half double. So always remember a half double and just the holes, and 2 singles and the chain spaces. And so now you're here at your first corner we did. So how you're going to end it is you're just going to slip stitch right on top of that first single crochet we did. Just like that. And just chain 1, pull your yarn, and cut off, and you're done getting your blanket ready to put a border on. And if you, I've got about 6 different borders on my channel. Just go to my channel page. At the top, you'll see playlist. Just click on that and scroll down until you find borders, and click on that. And there should be about 6 different borders for you to choose from. And I hope you enjoyed my video today. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.